Hi guys, and good afternoon, creeps. Hi guys and creeps. Okay, guys and creeps. I wanted to say something to you. I wanted you to know, one of those popular sayings that goes, money isn't everything. Okay, money is not everything. We got a culture where they're running around thinking that money is everything. I mean, I done already bitched and moaned about, how I feel. Okay. As I had just went through homelessness. And what was irritating me, and I done already went over this, but when I got out of lockup and I get to the Roach Motel, the crack motel where I lived at, and I go to check on, just YouTube in general, just to see if I can relate to anybody out there that was struggling with homelessness, living in a crack motel, or anybody that was similar to my type of lifestyle that I was living. Because as a YouTuber, I own my own business, LionPuss SkinCare, but I'm not a rich person. I have a limited income, and I feel so grateful that I have this house. I have a 2 bedroom, almost 3 bedroom, 2 bath house on a large amount of land in a nice area. So I'm happy and grateful to have this house. I was homeless for 4 months until I found this house, and during that time I was living in a crack motel hotel, and I was locked up in a facility for noise disturbance, and then I had my daughter taken from me. Now, when I became homeless, I knew all that shit was gonna happen, because when you're homeless, you're a target for any little fuck up that happens. Your life is sensitive, and if you're homeless with a child, you hold on to them for as long as you can, but eventually the law is gonna catch up with you that you're homeless with a 4-year-old. And living in a crack motel, you hope that you stay underneath the radar. But my daughter made a noise disturbance and it fucked everything up. When you're with a toddler and you're trying to tell them, look, if you make a noise disturbance, you're gonna fuck our lives up. I would literally tell my daughter, please be quiet. We're living in we're almost on the streets, Ash. We're almost on the streets. If you make a noise, loud noise, they're gonna complain on us, and we gonna get thrown out. I would tell her that in every way, shape, form, or fashion I could. But it was still like when you're trying to deal with a 4-year-old and you're homeless, you try to tell them what not to do and what not to do, but what not to do, but it gets out of control. That's the story for another time. Being homeless with a 4-year-old toddler is a difficult situation. But I made it through that, and I'm going through issues with the CPS and getting my child back. And that's another story for another time of stressfulness. Okay. But the worst part about it is something that I think about. After here's my normal routine. When I wake up, I think the house for protecting me is always on my mind, because when you're homeless and you don't have a house, and when you do get a house and you feel the walls of protection on you as your own house with your own lease, your own utilities, then for me, I don't care about somebody else. Maybe somebody else. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God or Satan, because obviously God is not with me. He's invisible. So who's here? Me and the house. So obviously my first lookout is to be thankful to the walls that protect me from violence, from serial killers, mass murderers, people that prey on the homeless. People don't realize that when you're homeless, you become a target for insurance fraud claims, where somebody gonna kill you for money. Okay, the target of choice is a homeless person, because it's a person outside, or insecure location. So when you feel so scared of somebody trying to kill you all the time for money, and then you get into your house, and then you be so fucking happy that you got that house, believe me, is it when I wake up, the first thing I do is look around this house, go walk through it, and thank the walls of this house for protecting me. Thank you for being my protector. This house is safety for me. I feel safe. I feel comfortable. I feel warm. Sometimes I feel too goddamn warm, and I be hot. Sometimes I feel cold, but at least I got blankets I could cuddle up. You know, I could run the heat for about 20 minutes. It'll heat the house up. You know, that's not going to fuck my bill up too much. Just turn it on, let it run gently, just knock the chill off. Long as it gets it up to 83, that's when I feel comfortable. Some people like their houses to be in the 70s. I like mine to be 83. As long as it's 83, I like to be warm all the time. Okay? I grew up in a cold world near Canada, and I was cold all the time. So, you know, in Florida, I like to be warm all the time. Okay. But let me tell you something. When I say money isn't everything, when I would get out of the lockup and all I would see is motherfuckers on the YouTube spending money and living in mansions, I would feel so goddamn mad at YouTube that, you know, YouTube is not giving us no fucking variety at all. Do I need to look at somebody slumming around and being fucked up and homeless? Currently, I don't need that type of support system of seeing, because when what they say, misery loves company. Hell yeah, when you're down and out, you want to see somebody else rocking out. You want to see how they're surviving, how their struggle is. Misery does love company, because you damn sure ain't gonna love seeing somebody living in a mansion spending millions of dollars. You damn sure ain't gonna want to see somebody living good at restaurants that cost the cost of your goddamn nightly rent at your crack hotel. They spend $100, $200 in a restaurant. Your motherfucking hotel room is $35, and it's full of roaches and rats. And then you know, you look at your clothes, and then you see a motherfucker going out and buying Gucci and Prada and expensive shoes. How in the fuck am I going to relate to? And then you go to the next motherfucker. They doing a clothing haul for Style Nova. Then the next motherfucker doing AliExpress wig haul, thousands of dollars wig. Next motherfucker just going around spending money all fucking day. Every motherfucker, 1, 2, 3, 4, go down the road. Every motherfucker supposedly living in mansions and shopping all fucking day. How in the fuck is that variety? Where is the real motherfuckers at? And be serious and be honest. Are you telling me that every motherfucking body is rich and living a life of luxury that's popping on the motherfucking YouTube? You should be ashamed of yourself, YouTube. You actually crushed the fuck out of my original Florida Pie '08 channel. You crushed it and destroyed the fuck out of it. At the last moment of its fucking life, it had 20,000 subscribers. I had 5 million views. And then it just, all of a sudden, the views just stopped. Then all of a sudden, the fucking things just stopped. The money stopped. They demonetized my channel from out of nowhere in 2010. Then it just got progressively worse. After they demonetized my channel, they were only giving me a piece of shit 150 to 169 per day. I mean, per month. Per day would have been luxury, but per month they were giving me a piece of shit little direct deposit. Finally, Anderson Cooper had enough of the bullshit. He never had his channel monetized. His Anderson channel was never monetized because he knew that they were fucking people's money over. So he never allowed them to monetize his Anderson channel. He never allowed that. And then he stopped uploading videos to his own channel around 2010 when they fucked up my channel. So he never allowed that. He never wanted their money. And then he demanded that I destroy my entire channel. I struggled with that for a couple of days. I kept begging him, please don't make me delete the channel. But he kept saying, they're fucking your channel up. Just delete that shit. It just looks embarrassing. You can't even watch your face anymore. It's a destroyed channel. Just delete it and leave it the fuck alone. Leave it. And then he did some other shit. He said, I'll get into your account and I'll delete the shit. And then we went back and forth with that. And then finally I deleted it. And then he said, put my fucking name on it. And then I put Anderson and Anna Cooper on it. CIA or some bullshit. And then he said, put my name on that fucking G plus and then end with my fucking picture on it. And then I did that and then deleted all my face pictures and ended. He said, put my face on the motherfucker. And then I put his face and it ended on Anderson Cooper's face. That he was the deleter of the fucking channels. He wanted to put his face on every fucking thing that was deleted and fucked up. So that's how we ended it. Hey Mary. So, you know, what happened was, when I got demonetized, it came as a very strange surprise. First, I was getting the little 150 to 169 direct deposit, and then all of a sudden they said that they had spotted some invalid click activity. I was like, who in the fuck is clicking around on the ads? I didn't fuck up my own channel. I know that you can't get paid from your own click activity, so sent them a little punk ass appeal. They denied it. Sent them another appeal. They denied that. I was actually just giving the money over to the cat kingdom. So I was actually just going to Family Dollar or buying the cat food from Walmart. But it was my cat's money. I had actually just started giving it to the cats, and then suddenly they didn't want me to give the money to the cats. I guess I rearranged some things, and then finally I just said fuck it and walked away from it. But what happened was now they're begging me to do all these little research things. Then I'm getting all these little fucking things to saying they want me to be in a meeting or some shit. I said, at first I kept saying no, I don't want to opt in for the shit. And then they sent me something on my Annoyed Atheist saying that because I have a premium account, they want me to do some little bullshit. I said I'm welcome to talk about it, but honestly, I don't want your monetization. That's why I keep saying no to the opt-ins. I don't want the monetization. Money isn't everything. Why? I don't want your monetization. I don't want your ads on my account. I don't. The reason why I don't want your ads on my account is because then you'll start demanding that I stop smoking weed. Then you'll say the advertisers are complaining about profanity. Then you'll start complaining about this. And then you'll think you can run my shit. And at this point in the game, see, what happened was originally my channel was like, I was professional. Okay, for the people that don't know me, the original channel was started off as a professional channel. My goal originally was to be a big YouTuber. I had goals and aspirations. And originally they were giving me about millions of views. Okay. That was the original owners. Okay. When the original YouTube, I was popping. On the original YouTube, let's be honest, I had millions of views. I had millions. Okay. The original YouTube, I was a very famous YouTuber as the original YouTuber. I was with it before it got bought by Google. I was with it by another owner. Okay, the original owner, I was a successful YouTuber as the original Florida Pie '08 from Florida. Okay, everybody knew who Florida Pie '08 was. I was rocking on the YouTube. Okay, so what happened was, and this was when MV69 was there from Atlanta. This was when Noel For Sure was there from California. There, B. Scott was from Noel For Sure was from Chicago. B. Scott was from California. Then, and that's when B. Scott was doing the Paw Paw, and everybody was doing the Paw Paw back then. But B. Scott never talked to me. I didn't know B. Scott. B. Scott was one of the biggest YouTubers. And then MV69 was always fighting with Noel For Sure. And then Mimi Plastique was from Chicago. And then the girl, what's her name? I forget the girl that got stabbed to death. Bree or something from Chicago, the transgender girl. She got murdered in her apartment in Chicago. She still got videos up, but she dead. She been dead a long time ago. Somebody killed her. Somebody that knew her from some club had, but she was always on there complaining about motherfuckers that was fucking with her. A lot of trans girls was getting harassed and fucked with all the time. And they were complaining about nigger boys that would be following them around grocery stores and different little things that was fucking with the trans community. They were complaining and talking about how they can't find jobs. And it was real motherfucking life shit that they were going through. The trans girls, it wasn't like no RuPaul's Drag Race where everything is pretty and polite. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. They got beautiful content, perfect beautiful content. But I'm talking about the other girls. Okay, there was girls that was having struggling times finding jobs because they were transitioning and they were in hood areas. I could relate to that because I was from Detroit near Chicago, and I had been to Chicago, and I knew hood activities, and I knew about that way of life up there in those hood areas. So I was over there near Canada and Chicago. We would take trips to Chicago, so I was familiar with the Chicago antics of a lot of hood shit that was going on over there. Well, her name was Raina Valentine. You could Google her. She still got some videos on here before she died and got stabbed to death. Okay, so her and Mimi Plastique were cool. And then this Raina was always making videos about how hard it was for her to get a job because she was always being fucked over and you know, and then she had to go to prostitution, and then she was complaining about how hard that life was. So she was a real motherfucker. Eventually she got stabbed to death and killed, and it was real life motherfucking action on the YouTube. It was real motherfuckers. Everybody was a real motherfucker struggling and surviving on different levels of different shit. It was urban motherfuckers where I could relate to, because I wasn't always in Florida. I grew up in the hood of Detroit near Canada. You could see Canada from where you could walk down on Woodward, and you could see Canada from across the Ambassador Bridge, and you could go through the tunnel and you would be at Canada. Bonjour, parlez-vous français? Ok, comment allez-vous? Je vais très bien, merci. Toi. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq. Okay, so I speak French because I was up there near that area. I learned how to speak, be bilingual when I was 8. So I started learning French when I was 8 years old. Nobody taught me French. I just learned it on my goddamn own because of the regional. Most motherfucking niggas up there don't bother with it. They just, but I was not like that because I wanted to escape Detroit and go to Canada sometimes. I needed to learn French in order to be over there. So that's why I learned it. French is very easy. It's very easy. Don't let. I grew up with French, so I can speak French. When I'm not in that region, I don't practice. Because honestly, when something is not your birth second language, if you don't practice, you're gonna lose memory of a lot of it. Especially the longer you've been gone away from it. If you're not practicing daily and studying daily, it's gonna be hard when you get back into that environment. Because if you're living in that environment, then you got everything written in 2 languages. When you go shopping, everything is written in 2 languages. So I'm the type of motherfucker where hey Jade, I always I study everything. I study and learn. Okay. So it's easy to be bilingual when you are, with 2 languages in the community. Okay. Most motherfuckers don't give a fuck and they don't care or study, but I do. Okay. So anyway, what happened was, Okay, so what happened, I bet you a lot of motherfuckers in Detroit don't even speak French. But how in the fuck are you not speaking French? Didn't you watch TV Ontario, at least Sesame Street, at the age of 9? Okay, at the age of 8, I started watching French Sesame Street. They teach you numbers and colors in French. So why didn't you watch TV Ontario Channel 9 when you were growing up? It was there. You ain't got no excuse not to speak French if you're a nigger in Detroit. We had Channel 9, TV Ontario, taught you how to speak French. If you put it on, instead of watching the Smurfs and He-Man and She-Ra that was on in the 80s, all you had to do was put it on TV Ontario, Channel 9, and they had educational programming on there. Sesame Street was one of them, and they would teach you French. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq. They would teach you your colors. They would teach you basic French. What is this? La maison. Okay. What is the door? La porte. Okay. What is shower? Douche. We know it as something you put up your vagina, but douche in French means shower. Okay. So petite is small. Garçon is boy. Fille is girl. It's easy. It's easy. If you're a little kid, you ain't got no excuse not to speak French. But how in the fuck don't you speak at least some in Detroit? How is that possible? I don't understand that shit, but it does. Most motherfuckers don't know a word of French, but you say it all the time. Detroit is French. Oh, it's French. It means water. Dumbass. Detroit. What the fuck? Oh my God. You speak French all the time in Detroit. You say it when you say where you live. Where do you live? Detroit. That's French for water, river. Dumbass. So you just telling people where you live, you speak French. Where's Lafayette? A main street in Detroit. Where's St. Clair? It's French. Everything is in French. So dummy. Where's Charlevoix? Oh, it's another French name. Everything you saying is French, dumbass. So you speak French, but you don't know what the fuck you even saying because you don't examine or understand. So every dumbass in Detroit speaks French to some magnitude. The dumbass be speaking it, but they don't know what the fuck they saying. If you ask them, what does that mean? Oh, I don't know. I thought it meant this. No, it means that. Okay. So anyway, anyway, the whole point is that, you know, money isn't everything. If they ever, I regret, I accidentally clicked on Jade. Jade, where did you learn that broken French? And why are you talking? Are you teaching baby Wyatt how to speak French, Jade? Jade, where did you learn that little raggedy French? Where did you learn? Where did you grow up to learn French, Jade? I'm listening. You said that you're from okay. We parlez-vous français, Jade? Parlez-vous français, Jade? Je suis de Canada. You are from Canada. Je suis de Canada. Je suis American. Je suis American. Je m'appelle Anna. Je m'appelle Anna, Jade. Comment allez-vous, Jade? Je vais très bien, merci. Toi, Anna. What's up? Okay. Bonjour, Jade. Bonjour, comment allez-vous, Jade? Where did you learn your French from? Ça va bien. Merci. Merci. Fuck you, Jade. I don't know how you type in that. Jade, how did you learn French? Who taught you French? Where did you grow up? Where did you grow up? I want to know in English. Speak in English so everybody can see you in English that can speak English. Tell me in English where you grew up, Jade. Where did you learn French? Who taught you French? I'm curious. I'm waiting for an answer before I continue. Jade, how did you learn French? Who taught it to you and where did you learn it? You grew up in many places. Oh, okay. Okay, sure, Jade. Sure, Jade. Sure. Okay, whatever. Okay, so anyway, money, I don't know, she probably using Google Translate or some shit. She probably using Google Translate. That bitch ain't, she probably don't know. She probably don't know how to speak a word. Probably don't know. Okay, so anyway, you're bilingual. Well, bitch, I can speak French, I can speak English, I can speak Spanish, I can speak Russian. Privyet, Jade. Privyet is Russian. What does that mean then? Privyet, Jade. Now I'm speaking Russian on you. Now, can you speak that? Privyet, Jade. What? Oh, she actually said hello. She actually knew what Russian meant. She said it means hello. Okay, so how did you learn Russian, Jade? Where did you learn your Russian from, Jade? Where did you learn that from? I'm curious. How are you? Okay, so she actually knew what I was saying. And of course, you know simple things like da. You know that means yes in Russian. So I don't know how maybe she got somebody Russian in there with her. Anyway, okay, let me tell you something. Money ain't everything. Okay, money ain't everything. It's not the only thing. Some people say money, but I'll tell you something. Money is essential. But will I ever want to be monetized by YouTube again? No, never. I would never let them put ads on my videos. I will never let them monetize me, not now or ever. Because it honestly seems like when they monetize people, it seems like as soon as these people move into a big house, take Jeffree Star, for example. I love him to pieces. I love him. And I don't like to keep using him as a negative example when you love someone. But honestly, when you look at that situation is a little bit odd. And honestly, I'm a thinker. I think a lot. And when things don't look right, I don't hesitate to call it out because you got to warn people when things don't look right. Then if you don't talk about it, then the next motherfucker ain't going to think about it and ain't going to know. If you notice when you look at Jeffree Star, he moved into that big house, right? Then suddenly all his content stopped. Then all of a sudden it was nothing but ads of him slinging makeup palettes and lip gloss. Then all of a sudden his you could tell his then his nails was no longer done. Then he just stopped, and then it was just nothing but commercialized videos and ads and production. And then it was just all of a sudden nothing else. Let me tell you something about real life. when somebody is living a real unscripted life, life ain't always perfect. When it's unscripted and it's real life, life is not nowhere near that level of perfection. When everything is so perfect and comfy cozy and perfection, that makes me suspicious, because I done lived life long enough to know that ain't nothing 100% perfection. It ain't never gonna be 100% perfection. If you sitting there acting like everything is just 100% perfection, that's not real life. Nobody's life is like that. If you own a business, trust me on this, because I own a business. You're gonna have ups and downs even when you own your own business. You're going to have motherfuckers doing chargebacks on you. You're going to have motherfuckers calling and making false complaints so they can try to get free products. You're going to have motherfuckers doing shit. And then when you have ups and downs in business, it affects your cash flow. Then sometimes you could get a shipment of empty jars, and then they come in broken and busted and crushed because the people that sent them didn't package them right. And then you done lost money temporarily on orders that you had to fill. And it's ups and downs in life. It's always going to be something that curveball. Then if you got a dramatic family where people are at war with each other, you got family issues, things going wrong in that area. And it's life is always going to be spontaneous and wild. But when you got fake motherfuckers and everything is perfection, then it's time for you to get suspicious. Now it's, and then you got James Charles, where all of a sudden, he gets into his big house. Then all of a sudden his views stop. Then all of a sudden he is taking accountability video, and then after that they gone. They demonetized and they're canceled. If you look at James Charles's final video, it says taking accountability, and then the video stopped. And then if you look at that busted, raggedy looking Shane Dawson, oh my gosh! Once you look at that, it says taking accountability, and then the video stopped. Then it said that he was canceled and demonetized. And it's only a point in time when Jeffree Star is just gonna make the taking accountability video, and then he gonna go. Just like B. Scott is gone, just like Noel for sure is gone, just like everybody that I was rocking with before YouTube got bought by Google. Everybody that I started with in 2008 has been gone for years. All their videos are gone. They deleted all that shit and left. There's so many people that done left this motherfucking YouTube platform. It's so many people. It's nothing but newbies. It's nothing but they just putting content houses together. They're just putting people in content houses. They're putting the Sway House boys, the what is it? The Hype House boys. They just putting these girls from Just a House. It's just content people. People being placed as roommates in these houses to make content for them. That's pretty low and pathetic. I thought about that. I said I'm gonna have to unsubscribe, because I'm not going to let YouTube profit off of my views. They doing it to put ads. I got YouTube Premium, so I don't watch their fucking ads. I give them the $17.99 a month and tell them to fuck off with it. Get the fucking ads off my computer. And don't put no recommended videos on my fucking computer. I don't like your recommendations. Fuck you. Okay? Money isn't everything. My point is this, and then I want to get off of here and go cook something to eat. I'm really hungry. My point is this. My information is extremely, extremely valuable about Dr. Frankenstein. My information is very valuable about mad doctors and mad scientists. Why? Because I was almost killed by mad doctors and mad scientists. These issues are real life. But the point is that the people that remember when Dr. Frankenstein was fucking around and fucking and killing people and then trying to bring them back to life when he got caught and ended up being haunted by these ghosts, he got caught of killing people. And then now those people that were around, like my grandfather, he was born in 1919. His dad was born in 1869 or 63. I can't remember. I can't find my notes. He was around when the Frankenstein shit and the Mad Dr. Fruitcake shit was going on this goddamn planet. They are dead now. They are dead. Those people are dead. My grandfather died in 2010 in Las Vegas, Nevada. His dad died in Michigan years ago, before I was born. Okay, those people are dead. Who's here to tell the real story of Frankenstein? Some girl from Florida that remembers what her granddad told her back in the 80s, way before he died in Las Vegas. Why is this important to me? Because a serious part of history is going to be gone forever if YouTube is just crushing real people, talking about real life events for sweat, and then they're just putting people everywhere that don't matter to us. Why don't you push YouTube? I don't give a fuck. I don't want the monetization, but don't destroy valuable information because you just don't like me for whatever reason. This information is important to me to get out, and then you want to show 2 people watched it. This is important parts of history. I don't give a fuck about your money. I don't want your monetization. I'm not begging you for a goddamn dime. I don't want your monetization. What I care about is don't destroy precious parts of history. This is a history lesson that we have to get out to people. And you don't want nobody to see me for why? What is the point? Why don't you want anybody to see me, YouTube? Why are you always smashing and hiding my information? Every time I put out a good informational video, they hide it and destroy it. But I'm not going to stop just because of you. Because eventually, if you say only 2 people watched it, then if it is just my cousin G in Las Vegas that watched it, and if it is just my cousin my Aunt Jessica in Michigan that watched it, then at least they can tell other people. If Granddad didn't tell people about what was going on. Somebody is writing stupid things, so my train of thought is okay. Whatever. What she got to say is not important. Okay, so anyway, what I wanted to say is that when people are just destroying good quality information, it pisses me off because we need to save people's lives. We have to tell people about mad doctors and mad scientists. This information is vitally important to my life because the very life that it might save might be my own. Okay? I don't want to swallow somebody's pills that's going to make it look like I died of natural causes. I don't want to take somebody's injectables. I don't want to take somebody's medicines or medications. I don't want to go to somebody's hospital ward. No, I don't want that shit. And I don't want it for you either. I want people to know, please be careful when you see somebody with that white coat and those glasses on. Those are fruitcakes, and they're mad doctors and they're mad scientists. Schizophrenia is not real. Nobody has that shit. Don't ever take somebody's pill for a mental illness. It doesn't. Look, let me tell you something. Everybody has a right to quality information and education. If you don't get educated on real life issues, your life is going to be shortened because you're not going to be educated. When people are educated, it doesn't mean that you have to go to law school. It doesn't mean that you have to go to school for 20 years to get degree after degree. You could have a school of hard knocks. I have the school of hard knocks knowledge. When I grew up, some people said I'm just going to have the school of hard knocks. Because that means that you've been knocked around in life and you got knowledge now. You got knowledge, and everything that you learned, you can pass on to your kids. And if you got a valuable platform like YouTube, even if you do just get 2 views, but don't just use your platform for stupidity, and don't use your platform for stripping and showing your ass all the time. And don't use your platform to give people disinformation, and don't use your platform to give people misinformation. Don't use your platform for fraud and getting donations for a life that you don't really live, like Anina Unrated. When Anina Unrated is giving all this when Anina Unrated is given all this bad information, when the information is bad, if you don't stop talking about dumb shit, I'm going to disable the chat. Stop talking about dumb shit or I'm going to disable the chat. Okay, don't tell anybody to take medications. That's not good information. Okay. So anyway, What I wanted to say, when people are on there, on the YouTube, and they're using a platform for financial gains, where they're giving fake narratives, where they're begging for donations that they don't deserve, saying that they have things that are not true. You know, when they're just in there on there just to make fake lives for themselves, because their real life is just not interesting enough. If they're just spending money all the time and then they just start making things up so that they can have an interesting life to talk about. You know, they do it for views and publicity because their real life is boring as fuck. They're just, you know, collecting big paychecks and being an actor or actress for YouTube's dumbass. If people are just making up stuff for views, it's very easy to catch their ass like a Nina Unrated. All her stories are always fake and they don't make sense. And then you find out exactly that the motherfucker is just telling lies for views. And then you see a Trisha Paytas big round bucket basketball head, big body, big flabby ass. And then, you know, she's telling people to swallow some pills for schizophrenia. That type of advice is horribly, horribly, horribly bad. It's horrible information for something that don't even exist. Okay. Okay. Nina Unrated is a liar. She's pocketing things. I don't know how much she makes from YouTube, but it seems like they're giving her a comfortable income. But Nina Unrated is a goddamn fool if she trusts YouTube's motives. When Nina Unrated least expected, they're going to demonetize her stupid ass, and then she'll be stripping and prostituting full time. And when things get rough, it's going to get really rough for Nina Unrated. I feel I feel sorry for the dog and the cat that she has, Hunter and Loyal. They gonna be homeless and in the street and in the crack motel with Nina Unrated when they demonetize her stupid ass. All she does is talk about go to YouTube Studio and take these courses, and you could be a big YouTube star. And she actually is too fucking old for that level of immaturity. Her mindset of being, we're almost the same age. She's 42, I'm 46. When I was 4, she was a baby. We were both babies around the same age. I mean, around the same time frame. Because if I was 4 when she was born, I was a baby, and then she came along as a baby somewhere else. So we were both babies at around the same time. I'm a little bit older than her, but we were around the same time. We were born around the same time, so we grew up around the same time, and we got, you know, that's why, you know, me and Nina are similar, because we're similar age and demographics and location, so on and so forth. Okay, so what happened was, Nina, for her age, she's very immature and childish. Her level of maturity is so fucking stupid. Her level of maturity, for her to have lived a hard life similar to mine, she just seems like she's not growing up. She's talking about stripping till she's 60. Then she's running around talking about YouTube Academy. And the fact that she's actually trusting these motherfuckers. She actually is trusting the wrong motherfuckers. Nina is a street smart motherfucker. She knows the streets. She been from hood. She done been to some rough locations. I think she grew up in some rough areas in Boston. And she is familiar with Miami, and she was in the world of prostitution and stripping. So that means she got some street knowledge. Okay. She got street knowledge, and when somebody got that level of street knowledge and hustle culture, the bitch is not entirely stupid, but she's immature and she's dumb on a lot of shit. And if she ain't hip to the YouTube game yet, they gonna fuck her up. But she'll struggle, and she'll lose her house, and she'll get to stripping, and she'll survive because she's the survivalist type bitch. I'm not an escort, Jade. Don't lie on me like that. I'm not an escort, Jade. Okay, so anyway, you know, but she ain't hip to the YouTube game. If she came in late behind me, because I was with YouTube way before Nina even thought of YouTube. When I was on YouTube, I had millions of views per video. I had a lot of subscribers, and then suddenly when it was purchased by Google, then they just wanted to drop and crush my ass. But I was one of the motherfuckers that stuck around because I knew I had friends and family that was watching. So if they didn't want to give me views, I would just rock out with my friends and family. Okay. That's it. That's all I consider YouTube for. Just a way for my friends and family to always be able to contact me and connect with me. And I want my friends and family, the people that love me in Nevada, what's up? What's up, Nevada? The people that love me in Michigan, what's up, Michigan? The people in Canada that know about me, what's up, Canada? The people in Mexico that knows about me, what's up, Mexico? Hey, good, y'all. D, I'm doing good. Okay, I do it for like friends and family. That's what Anderson and Wyatt up in New York. What's up? You know, I do what I do for friends and family. I don't need monetization. I honestly don't want it. If they trying to get me to fill out these surveys for monetization, I'm not going to accept it. So don't waste my time or yours. They said that they could offer me a Visa gift card or donations to my favorite charity. If you are going to donate to my favorite charity, maybe I'll play around with you on the survey script. But as far as you on the surveys, I'll hit you up if you want to send me products like Google phones or Chromebooks. I have somebody else that would like to do it for you for the Google Chromebook, whatever. It said that you wanted me to test out some products. Yeah, I'll test some products out. You want to send me a cell phone, a camera, technology based shit? I'll test it out. Tell you how I feel about it. I'll test the shit out. I'll tell you how I feel. If you're going to just send me a little random Visa gift card, but Anderson said, make sure you check and see how much is on that gift card. If it's just 150 or 169 punk ass dollars, just go ahead and opt out of the program. It's a minimum that needs to be on that Visa gift card that you plan on sending me. I'm not going to let you donate the money to the favorite charity because I can't see what you actually doing with it. I could claim that I want you to donate it to the American Humane Society, but it's certain things like Operation Smile and all of. I don't donate to nothing that I can't verify. If I can't verify and actually see where these funds are going, I'm not gonna let you send my money to Project Smile or some other piece of shit. So no, you can't just donate my money to charity. No, you can't do that. I already explained why I deleted the old videos from 2008. Mary Higgs, go back when the live goes off. Go ahead and check the live, and then it'll tell you. Okay. So anyway, what you need to do, what I said. Okay, the topic of the video, I have to ignore Jade. When I'm trying to think, I actually do read people's comments and I process it, and then if it's just something stupid, it annoys me, and then I have to just, so I lose my train of thought when something annoys me in the chat. Okay. So what happened was, what the purpose of this video is, no, money is not everything. Money is not everything. I don't want endless amounts of money from YouTube. All they're going to do is fuck me over with it. When I least expect it and when I really need it, then they're going to just whip it out and say invalid click activity, and then they're going to disable it and take all the money and run off with it. I done been there before, been there, done that. Fuck, what does the saying go? Fuck me once, shame on you. Fuck me twice, shame on me. I ain't gonna let you fuck me like that. I ain't gonna let you fuck me like that. No, I know what you planning. No, I'm not gonna let nobody just fuck me over like that. No, that's not happening. Good, y'all. Why did you ask me where do I get money from? Well, I need to know that before I get off the chat. Why did you ask a complete stranger about where I get money from? Please explain why you asked me that personal question. Hi, Allison. Okay, where do I get money from? Why did you ask me that question? I need to know why you asked me a personal question like that. Good, y'all. Okay, good, y'all. Why did you ask me the personal question? I need an answer. I need to ask. Okay, if you're not answering, okay. First of all, don't ever ask a complete stranger where they get their money from. Okay. And also stop walking up to people and saying, hey, what do you do for a living? Okay. I'm not an escort. I don't get money from prostitution or escorting or stripping. If you wanted to ask me, you should have just asked me in that direction. Do I prostitute or strip? The answer is no. But when you come at me and you ask me where do I get my money from, then that to me is a very strange question to ask a complete stranger. First of all, I don't know you, you don't know me, so you have no business asking me where I get money from. That's a very strange question to ask a complete stranger. You don't even know me. I don't know you. You don't even have a profile picture. So obviously, I'm not going to tell you exactly where I get my money from. I don't tell strangers where I get my money from. So therefore, that type of question is not acceptable. You should have enough etiquette not to thank you, Allison. She says she loves me. You should have enough etiquette to know not to ask somebody where they get money from. Usually when somebody is walking up to somebody and saying, "Where do you get money from?" Are you looking to rob me or something? Are you wondering what bank I hide my money at? Are you looking for money or wondering where it's at or what? Where in the fuck or why would you even ask me that? Are you thinking that I'm going to give you my bank account and routing numbers or something and I'm going to tell you my debit card information, my credit card information? I'm not giving that to you. Fuck you. That's a rude question. I'm out of here. That's too rude and unacceptable. So if you're not gonna be nice to me in the chat, I'm gone. Peace out. Live fiercely, love viciously, and remember, atheism is unstoppable. Bye, guys.